All right, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all catching me live, this is my first time trying this new platform by StreamYard. I'm gonna try it out. So let me see if you guys and girls can catch me live. Give me 1 second. Let me share this out as you guys and girls come in. Oh, okay. 1 second. All right, as you guys and girls are coming in, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. I'm going to share this out. Currently sharing this out to a couple of my other social media platforms. Of course, we want to talk about the market today, what happened, um, or what is happening. Fed chair, what does that mean? So as you're coming in and you're catching this live, drop a comment, tell me where you're from. This is a new platform that I'm trying to where I can throw in my green screen, all the good stuff like that. So y'all guys and girls, let me know what you think of this new platform. Second, I'm going to share this. So the people that are catching the playback, this is my first time using this. And here we go. See how it comes out. Just sharing this to a couple platforms. All right. Fed has cut interest rates. One more page. I got so many pages. Throw this into one more page. This is my first time trying this out. St. Louis. Okay. Minneapolis in the house. New Jersey in the house. Okay. All right. How do y'all like this new little look and setup? Can y'all hear me? How does it look? Y'all kind of give me some feedback on that. It's my first time trying this. Tampa, Jacksonville. Look at this, man. We got people from St. Louis, Minneapolis, New Jersey, Jacksonville, Florida, Tampa, Arizona. Oh, did I state that wrong? Cut by 5-0. Social Silver. I'm sorry about that. Let me correct myself. I'm happy for that, right? I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm happy for that. So, anybody out there want to take a guess on what does the cut by the Federal Reserve mean, right? And let me take a look at it. Um, Now, give me 1 second. 0.5%. I'm sorry. I read that. SoCal in the house. So we got SoCal, Arizona, Tampa, Jacksonville, New Jersey, Minnesota, no, Minneapolis, uh, St. Louis. Man, we're all over the country today. All right. So Jerome Powell, federal government makes a cut of the interest rates. What does that mean to the market and the everyday person, right? The first thing is the Federal Reserve, this is the most powerful thing that they can do, right? And the most powerful thing the federal government can do is cut interest rates. Now, why do you guys and girls think interest rates are so important? Right? I want to change my thing. It's 0.50. They cut it by 0.5. Okay, so interest rates were cut by 0.5. I know I stated that wrong in my what you call it, but I'm going to get that correct. But the federal government cut the interest rates, and they cut the interest rates because of we see the market falling for last week. We've seen sharp declines. Right now, Jerome Powell, who's the federal federal chair, he came out and said, "Hey, look, we're cutting interest rates because of we're cutting interest rates." Oh, he said makes browsing easier. Okay, all right, y'all give me some feedback. This is my first time ever trying this, trying a new look. Trying to step it up a little bit. Got the green screen going on, microphone. It's 2020. You guys been supporting me, so I'm putting more effort into what I give you guys and girls on the live experience. So anyway, the federal government cuts the interest rates by 0.5%, and this is why I like it, and this is why the market dropped, right? He said, he said, "Don't you have a real job, Prince? Or you just managing money, sir?" No, no, no. I do. You guys will be surprised. I have an everyday job. I have sometimes I work at night. Some active duty military. So while you guys and girls are asleep, sometimes when y'all see me, this is after I'm done doing what I have to do. So beef, you're right. You know, I do manage a little money. I do manage a little money, and I got a day job too. You know, but he said they want our money bad. But anyway, I'm happy because one, I'm in the process of buying a house, right? And I just got through talking to one of my lenders, and he said federal government interest rates are at an all-time low. They was at like 3 something percent, and they just dropped by 0.5. I mean, that's huge, a huge drop. Good for me. So that affects the everyday person because that makes my mortgage a little bit lower or whatnot. 0.5 base points. So I love that, right? You're right, Beef. I misstated that in my description box for the people that's coming in. But the thing about it that I love, uh, what would hurt is the federal government. He gave out General Powell gave out a very good statement where he said, "Hey, your interest rates are dropping, but on top of that, we're doing this because the coronavirus, right? Lock in the low. You're right. That's what I'm. Why do you think the federal government, lower interest rates? What's the whole purpose behind that? Why drop point 0.5 base points? How does that affect the economy? I want to get you guys and girls thinking. Maybe I shouldn't have used that color. Maybe my cup should have been. That's a note to myself. Don't use a blue cup, green cup, kind of. But I'm giving y'all time to think about that. But one of the reasons why is to stimulate the economy. The government drops interest rates to stimulate the economy. If interest rates are lower, it makes money easier to borrow, and it makes money easier for lenders to lend out. For prime example, you're the person who want a business loan, who's looking to buy a house, who's looking to make a big purchase, make a car loan. You want low interest rates. I want low interest rates. So as the interest rates drop, my mortgage just became that cheaper if I can lock it in now, right? And this is what something I expected. The coronavirus took the world by storm just 2, 3 days ago. And what happened with the coronavirus, how it's taking the world by storm, is because we're looking at different ways of doing things, right? They look at what's that? The cruise lines. Cruise lines are shutting down. The military is not pulling into different ports. When the military don't pull into different ports, that means military people don't spend money in other areas. If military don't spend money in other areas, you kind of get the drift. That country doesn't make money, right? So when you look at the economy as a whole, this little drop in interest rates and this coronavirus, they're going hand in hand. So he stated that, hey, the coronavirus will have effect on the GDP. It will have effect on the economy because think about it. We had a lot of flights not fly. Delta is not doing international flights. This person's not doing international flights. I wish I could say, but I have to go back to work. Okay, social civil, appreciate it. Thank you. But the government can't do national flights, so guess what's going to happen, right? Um, when they can't do flights, that hurts the GDP. What is a recession defined by? A recession is defined by 3 months of a declining, 3 months of it, no, 2 months of a declining GDP. Yes, this is the third time, but this is the deepest cut. Max B, what's going on? This is the deepest cut. I said 0.25, but I misstated in my description, but it's actually 0.50. That's a nice cut. So the government cuts interest rates to save the market, right? When they see the market go into a free fall, that's what the government does, right? So we're at an all-time low for interest rates. Now, the whole thing is buy low, sell high. While interest rates are low, this makes borrowing money cheaper. This make your house and car. So me personally, that's good for me. Now, how does this scare the economy? Because General Jerome Powell said, "Hey, look, the coronavirus will have an effect on the economy." So we always talked about the economy will have a future. We're talking about the stock market always looking into the future, right? So as you guys and girls are coming in, as dudes catching in, give it a thumbs up. Tell me where you're from, and also let me know what y'all think of this new streaming platform that I'm trying out for the first time. How do y'all like it? You know, or if you can tell a difference, or whatever the case would be. Trying to step it up a little bit with the microphone, with the backdrop, all that good stuff. So y'all tell me what you think of that. But the whole point of the federal government doing this is to keep our economy from falling and dropping, right? So we've seen the stock market react and drop 500 points. So of course I have to go in, I have to buy something. What does that mean for the economy? I have to go and buy something because that pretty much what General Powell did. He created more fear. And he said, "Hey, this will affect us." People start selling off stocks. The market starts to react in a negative way. I look at this as another buying opportunity because I'm a long-term investor, right? I believe the market will come up. And Joyce, you had it right. I didn't even see that. She said, or he said, stimulate spending. Yes, that's the whole purpose of to um, what the federal government does. That he wants to stimulate spending, and the reason why you want to stimulate spending is to keep our economy from dropping. So I'm all for it. I look at it and I say, hey, cutting interest rates in a low interest rate society is very dangerous because what happens when that interest rate button stops working? So this is another thing that the coronavirus is it's becoming bigger and bigger because I'm seeing how it has an effect on businesses. Businesses don't have the ability to you're right, Max B. We do need the dip. We did need this dip, and I'm very appreciative. It pretty much put us in a correction state, right? It hasn't put us. It put us in a correction state where we fell off 10 points. We fell off 10% off of an all-time high. That's a correction state. So this is how we look at it, right? So that's what I'm happy about seeing. So now I have to take advantage of this. Now I'm seeing a lot of people out there want to take advantage of the market with calls and puts and option trading. That's a little dangerous because when you buy calls and puts and things like that, that's dangerous because you have to be good on timing. You have to time perfectly. For a prime example, if you brought calls that expire next week and the market is still in a rut next week, your option is going to expire worthless, right? Versus me last week, I brought some. I told you guys and girls, hey, the technology sector is taking a huge hit. I'm going to buy technology stocks, Apple and Microsoft. Apple and Microsoft had the largest return on investments on Monday. They had the strongest day on the market ever on Monday, even though some of that got pulled back today. But that's what I look for. So I look for opportunities that will let where my timing doesn't have to be good, right? Uh, 1 second. Uh, So anyway, that's a text message that are coming in. So your timing has to be good. So me, what I like to do, if I'm a bullish person going a long term, I like to look at something as a leverage ETF. Now the leverage ETFs, as they drop, you're going to get hammered bad. But as the market rebounds, they have a stronger effect. So the highest risk factor that you can do is to buy calls and puts and things like that because of the timing. If your timing is off, you can have a call option, but if the timing is off, then it doesn't do that good. So now the next phase is um you can do leverage ETFs, right? Another thing you can do is you can just buy straight index funds. The fastest growing or the index with the most volatility, it's a NASDAQ, right? So those are things I want you guys and girls to think about when you're running your particular portfolios and trying to take advantage of the dips. But do simple things like look at, for prime example, Look at companies, great companies that have gone on sale due to this whole drop in the market. Look at these great companies, like I said, over and over and over. When everybody was selling last week and everybody's like, the world is coming to an end, you guys and girls saw me consistently say, hey, I'm digging through the trash can trying to find what everybody's throwing away. So I grabbed some Microsoft, I grabbed some Apple, I grabbed some Google, and I was very honed in on that technology sector. And the reason why I was honed in on that technology sector, because the technology sector is it got hammered the worst, right? Max B, you're right. 3 times bull. XPX. Did you watch Yes, of course. I'm a holder of XPXL, right? And when that thing drops, man, it drops like a bad habit. But when it goes up as well. You know, but that's the next. But the thing about it is, I don't mind timing doesn't have to be as great with SPXL or a leverage bullish ETF because my timing doesn't have to be that great because if I'm wrong, I can just buy some more and wait till the market rebounds. But with the option, if you're wrong with the option, if your timing is off on an option, your money is gone. The money is lost. Then on top of that, the XPXL pays a little dividend, right? So pays a little dividend as I'm becoming more correct, right? We know the bull will win in the long run, and in the meanwhile, the bull will win in the long run. But we know in the meanwhile, the bear will come out and win some battles. The bear will come out, scare everybody, has the coronavirus. It will scare some people, and but the bull will win the war over the long run. So I'm going to go with the bull. Now, every once in a while, you can take advantage of a bear when it comes out, but I have a harder time picking bears. You know, I have a harder time picking bears, and I noticed the bulls win over the long run. So I rather pick stocks that's going to go up versus stocks that are going to go down. You guys understand what I'm saying about that? Unless it's common sense things where I believe a stock is going to go down, but it's harder to pick a stock that's going to go up than a stock that's going to go down, right? So, but anyway, Jerome Powell, that's the most powerful thing. Whatever the Fed chair says, give me 1 second. One second. I'm getting all type of text messages coming in. So that's the way you have to look at the world. That's how you have to look at the world of investing. Correct. So taking advantage of this, right? Money is becoming easy to borrow. If you're someone who's looking to lend money or borrow money from to start your business, you're someone who's looking to buy a house, you're someone who's looking to buy a car or whatnot, this is beneficial for you. This is where you're buying low, right? I don't know. Doesn't mean that's going to go lower, right? Just said SWPPX. Yes, SWPPX is great. SWPPX, that's the index fund that tracks the S&P 500. Now, let me tell you something that I found out about the SWPPX that I didn't like by TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade, I hope you're listening. TD Ameritrade to buy SWPPX now costs $50. It's a $50 fee. If you want to buy one share of SWPPX now, it's a $50 fee on top of buying the actual thing, right? But once you have it, you can invest in it. But $50, that's a lot of money, right? If I only have $100 and I have to make 100% return on investment to get out of that fee, if you have little money, so it's not good for the little guy anymore. I think ETrade is still free, but with TD Ameritrade, it's $50. Ever since they moved away from commission free, they made stocks free, they made ETFs free, but these mutual funds, SWPPX on TD Ameritrade now costs $50. You're right, Max B. He said that's crazy. Yeah. Um, it caught me slipping one time, right? I was helping somebody. How I figured out I was helping a young lady who was just getting into investing. She only had 50 or $60 or something like that. And I helped her set up a TD Ameritrade account, and she went in to buy SWPPX. And she said, "Hey, I can't buy it. I can't buy it for some reason. It won't let me buy it. It won't let me buy it." I'm like, "What are you doing wrong? Just hit the buy button." And I went in and looked at it. Then I saw that it was a $50 fee, right? Now, if you already have it and you're just reinvesting in it, then it's free for you, right? If you already have it. But if you're a new person that tunes in now and go to TD Ameritrade and try to get SWPPX, that thing is like a $49.99 mutual fund fee. Ridiculous. I don't know if they was listening to me and heard me and said, "Hey, you know what? We're changing the fee on this," but they changed the fee on it, right? I think that's only for the initial purchase, right? Yes, Schwab may have no fee, but with TD Ameritrade, it's a SWPPX is a Charles Schwab index fund. But if you get that thing through TD Ameritrade, it's like a $50 fee on that thing that I saw the other day. And this young lady wasn't able to buy it because she needed like $100. She had to have 49.99 for the transaction fee and another fee for what you call it. You know what? Let me try something here so you guys and girls can see something. Watch. I'm going to see, can I pull it up right now? I'm trying this new thing out today. I'm going to have some fun, for a little while. And we're going to see. TD Ameritrade dropped 8% today. So let's take a look real quick. Okay, here we go. I'm logging into my TD Ameritrade account real quick. Hmm. I don't know why you don't want to play with me. Let's see here. Okay. Using a new browser. I don't know why it's not letting me get into one of my accounts. So uh, all right, let's go here. Um, SWPPX. It went up 5% yesterday. There are little fees, 0.02 inside of the fund. Initial investment is 0. Mm, 1 second here. All right, so it says, here we go. All right, TD Ameritrade. We're going to look at the fees. 0 commission. Because this is considered a mutual fund. All right. I'm going to share my screen with you guys and girls. I'm going to try this. Here we go. Unitary Chrome tab. All right. Y'all should be able to see this, right? So right here, this is off of TD Ameritrade. This is TD Ameritrade site where it says under mutual funds, right? It says mutual funds, no transaction fee, NTF, SWPPX is a no load. right? XWPPX is a no load, and look at their fee, $49.99. It's a no load. SWPPX is a no load, and this is not coming from me. This is coming from TD Ameritrade. So y'all saw that, right? And let's go back. So it's not what I'm saying. SWPPX is it says on their no load funds. How much does it cost? All right, we're gonna look at it again. We're gonna look at it again. Y'all ready? Here we go. I'm gonna share my screen with you, guys and girls, again. So y'all see this Charles Schwab S&P 500 Index Fund, SWPPX. What type of fund is it? No load, NL, no load, right? So y'all saw it say it was a no load. Now we're gonna go here. We're gonna look at how much does a no load cost at TD Ameritrade. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I gotta make sure I'm giving you guys good information. So right here, how much is a no load mutual fund with TD Ameritrade? $49.99. And as you can see, the Dow Jones is down 600 points. Nasdaq is down 2% there, 2.214. So I'm definitely will be buying something today. So you guys and girls can see that, right? So now y'all see that a no load mutual fund from ETrade, no, from not from ETrade, but TD Ameritrade is $49.99. It's not like that with ETrade, right? Okay, we got Houston, Texas in the house. I started trading account for my little ones, so when they are 18, they will have a leg up. Outside of Pepsi or other dividend stocks, what would you recommend? For your little ones, I would recommend technology stocks, point blank, right? And the reason why I would say technology stocks, because they're going to have the most growth. I like things like Google. I like the MAGA, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, even Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Apple. Those are the ones. Those are big technology companies. Great that you start them account. I would first buy them the index consistent on a consistent basis, and I feel as though a young account, Nasdaqs and technology stocks going into the future are great investments. Now, granted, you got to do due diligence. This is just me speaking off the top, but in the long run, they'll be better. So everybody can see that they catch the playback or catch this live. That there's a 49.99% fee, a $49 fee on the SWPPX if you buy it via TD Ameritrade. So that's crazy. I know everybody's saying, "Man, that's crazy." I know y'all heard me say SWPPX a lot. If you get it from Charles Schwab, it's probably free. But with TD Ameritrade, and Charles Schwab is the one that purchased TD Ameritrade. You know, Beverly, you can set up an account for your goddaughter. Yes, you can. Um, she asked the question, "Can I set up an account for my goddaughter, or would the parents have to do that?" No, as long as you have the date of birth and you have the social security number of the child, you can open them up a custodian account. You can open up a custodian account and start investing for them for your, because I've done it for my niece and my nephew, right? For their graduation from high school, I usually will open them up a TD Ameritrade account and purchase them a stock or something, right? And then once they become 18, it's theirs. Yes, you can do that. Thank you, Beverly. So that's the thing about it, right? I want you guys and girls to see that it's all about the fees. So that means if a person brought one SWPPX, one index mutual fund for $49, and it was a $49 fee, they would have to make 100% return on investment to break even. That's crazy. For little money, no. Now, if I'm not mistaken, with ETrade, it's still free. No fees with ETrade. But TD Ameritrade, y'all on something else with that one. I don't know if they saw a lot of people put money. I understand they had to shift their fee structure, right? They shifted their fee structure due to the low fee environment or whatnot. But I know they make stocks free, but be careful when you're buying mutual funds. Be very careful how much you're spending, right? So that's the thing I want you guys and girls to think about. So people that's catching the playback and catching this late, we were talking about the market, right? We was talking about the Fed chair. That's one thing about Colorado. It's very dry up here. You got to stay hydrated. My lips looking like I'm on drugs or something. She said, LK Ross said, I use TD Ameritrade for my trading and E-Trade for investing. Maybe I'll get them a few mutual funds on top of the tech stocks. Um, I believe you should look into ETFs, right? Um, I will look into the ETFs. You can look into the ETFs like a VU or a Vanguard, right? Y'all might like that. Let me know if you like a VU or a Vanguard. You might. I would get an ETF. I would get an ETF that tracks or I would get QQQ, an ETF that tracks the Nasdaq, right? Those are your technology stocks right there. So I'm not a big fan of particular mutual funds. Mutual funds, if you're gonna go to mutual fund, right, I'll just get an index fund. So I don't like the traditional mutual fund with large growth tech. No, just get an index. Proud Dad, what's going on? He said yes. Okay, a quick rundown. Quick rundown on what went on was the Fed chair came in, Jerome Powell came in, he dropped the federal government interest rates by 0.5%. 0.5%. And then he also put fear in the market when he said that, hey, this coronavirus will linger on and it will have an effect on the economy. The stock market dropped when he said that because then also he lowered the interest rates. He lowered the interest rates. That could be a sign of a weak economy, right? Interest rates are lowered to start people to buy. It's a way to stimulate the economy. Why would you stimulate the economy? People start to believe the economy is not as strong as they think. So that caused people to panic and sell stock, right? Bringing in another opportunity. For someone, now the people who benefit from this, take someone like me who's in the process of purchasing a house later on this year. That just the interest rates just dropped. They just dropped on my house, making my mortgage even lower, right? When I do purchase, if I purchase with the current interest rates. If someone who's buying a car, someone who's buying anything, making a large purchase, interest rates just dropped. So and they do that, they make money easier to lend. So when money's easier to lend, the more money people borrow, they're hoping that Prince Dykes borrows money, starts a business becomes profitable. He hires some people, all of the good stuff. They hope by I go out here and I borrow some money and go buy me some shoes and clothes at a store, that helps spend the economy, right? You Money doesn't do good in banks per se. You need money in the economy. You need an economy that's moving. People are buying and selling goods and services. A movie theater is no good if people are not going to the movies, right? That's how. So the federal government, they control interest rate to kind of get the market. Okay. LK Ross said, I'm just trying to get them a meal ticket, a meal ticket by the time they're 18. I have 17 years to go. No, that's great. You got to start investing now and invest often. Every month, dollar cost average, buy them a particular ETF every single month that tracks the S&P 500. If it's a young child, you got 17 years. We know the technology stocks, recently, technology is the highest growing growth area. That's things like Microsoft, Amazon, your Teslas of the world. Those are things that can take your child portfolio to another level. So I would be, if it was me in your shoes, I would be index tech heavy in that retrospect, right? And if they lose, because you have time, Then as they become more to their age, then you can become more conservative. I wouldn't go out and buy them particularly Coca Cola or a stable company, AT&T. AT&T, yes, it's great dividends, but you're looking at the growth. Compare AT&T to the S&P 500. Compare AT&T to Microsoft. Compare it to the technology sector. You don't know which technology sectors to get. You can get ETFs that track the technology sector, or just get the NASDAQ, which QQQ. That's my take. As the market takes dips like today, boom, you get a little bit more. Every month you buy something on the first, you get a little bit more, you become more seasoned. You may want to jump in on some Uber, you may want to jump in on a hot space, a Tesla. That's okay. But your job, you're not being loyal to the stock. The only stock I'm really loyal to is Berkshire Hathaway. Other than that, I'm just using this stock to get me to an end goal. And also, LK Raw, write down how much money you're trying to get to. How much money do you need in 17 years? Write that down. College is going to cost $150,000, whatever you need. Once you write that down, you know, okay, in 17 years, I need $150,000. Then you can figure out which rate of return you need. So if you know you need $150,000 in your child account in 17 years, now you can say, well, I can afford to pay $200 per month. If you know you can pay $200 per month and your child's account, and you need $150,000 by the end of in 17 years, you can figure out, you can reverse and see what interest rate you need. You know, wow, I need to earn 11% a year. And now that you know you need to learn 11% a year, that's your goal, then you can figure out investments that can try to get you to 11% or whatnot. So know where you're going, figure out what that number is. All right, Proud Dad says, do you think they will lower again in March when they have their meeting? They just lowered. They just lowered today. They just lowered today. Proud Dad. So they just had their meeting. They just lowered today. They usually come out every quarter. They won't be back until 3 months. So they just lowered them by 0.5 today, which is the largest drop since the 2008 financial crisis, which scared everybody. Everybody's like, whoa, right? Any affordable index funds you can advise. Um, Now, depending on the broker, depending on the broker. You know, SWPPX was my go-to guy until I saw TD Ameritrade started charging $50 per SWPPX purchase. That's a no-go. So with ETrade, I think it's still Sierra Whiskey Papa X-Ray. That's a Charles Schwab zero commission fund. It's very low fees, but you got to pay attention to what broker you get them from. That's the one I like. That's the cheapest one for like 40 to 50 bucks. All right. Hopefully I help you guys and girls. You guys and girls got any more questions before I head up out of here? And hopefully I made sense. I didn't ramble too much. And let me know, give me some, if people that catch the playback or whatnot, let me know what you think of this particular platform that I'm using. You know, should I use it all the time when I go live, or what should I do? Want to give it a try. Let me, you know what? I can edit. Okay. I can edit my title. Because in my title, I put 0.05. Right? But now I'm editing my title. So, but yes. So hopefully that insight kind of help you guys and girls. But anyway, I'm going to go out here. If you guys and girls don't have any more questions, and for the people that catch it lately, I'm going to give it one more shot. And Max B said, I like the setup in the live. We always gain knowledge. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You know what? Y'all ready? You know what? Since y'all is, man, I'm trying to think, do I have it on me? Do y'all want me to, you know what? I'm going to do it on the live right now because y'all are the ones that really rock with me. I'm going to let y'all in on something that I haven't told anybody yet. Y'all ready? It may take me a second to go get it. I think it's in my car. But I'm going to show you guys something I think is pretty darn cool. It comes out in May. I just got it on my doorstep this weekend. Right? You know, I'm not going to do that right now. No, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I got to go upstairs. I got to do that. Maybe another time. But I appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate it. Just I'm pretty excited about what I saw. And you got to see it. Oh, he said, yeah, that's true. 21 people are watching on 11 thumbs up. What's the thumbs up at? Gave y'all a lot of good knowledge, man. I told y'all the interest rates just dropped today. So for somebody like me who's in the process of buying a house, that's a good deal for me because it just make my mortgage go down that much more. For someone who's in the process of buying a car, making a large purchase, that's good for you. Um, it's good. It's short. It's bad for the economy in the short term because it's a way to stimulate the economy. This is the deepest cut since 2008. So how can you take advantage of it? I may do another video on how to take advantage of the federal government interest rates. But anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Give some thumbs up. Yes, give some thumbs up. Give us some um give us some thumbs up. Give me some like buttons and some share buttons and all of the good stuff. And I've been getting great response from going live during the day. And this is what I do before I go to work. So anyway, but I'm out of here. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I guess I will use this platform some more. Yes. Real estate. Yes. Great investment. You know, great investment. Last year I purchased land, and this year I purchased, purchasing a house. So I'm definitely diversifying my portfolio. But anyway, y'all guys and girls out there, support Wesley Learns. I know some people like to donate. I'm not big on donating. People donating to me. I created, I'm not a charity case, right? I created products. I got children's books. Purchase the children's books. Read them for yourself. Read them to your kids. Give them to your grandkids. Once you're done reading them, give them away to somebody else. If you don't have any kids, find some kids, give them to, donate them to a school. That's the way you can support me and the channel and my growth, everything like that. And that's what helps me go forward. That's what helped me go to the Barnes and Noble as an independent. That's what helped me go to the Barnes and Noble. That's what helped me do all these other things, book signings. So they may say, hey, we like what you're doing, but it's all about the sales. So if you want to support me, you want to support what I'm doing, grab a copy of the books. All right. That's Wesley Learns. It's available everywhere. You know, it's available everywhere. Check it out. It's ebook, hardcover, paperback, audio. And if you want to send me a picture, prints at childrensfinancialliteracy.org, and I'll put you up on our Instagram, our Facebook, our LinkedIn, all the great stuff. But yeah, thank you. All right. Appreciate it, guys and girls.